Hi, this is Tim Morgan and Jill Morgan. Hi, babe.
Hi.
We are both graduates of Nebraska School for the Visually Handicapped, 1992 and 1991. She's 91, I'm 92.
Yeah.
No, that's not my age. That's the year we graduated. We are 9 months, 2 weeks apart, come from a small town. But I just wanted to do a real quick video about the school and my wife. That school had done so much for us in the short time we were there. But comparing my history and her history of public schools, we never got to compete in PE. That was totally cool. When she came up, kind of have to laugh at her, because all she wanted to do is, she goes, "Okay, I know the drill. I'm gonna go sit down on the chair over here and watch everybody." And I walked up to her and I says, "No, you're going to participate with us."
And I was like, I am? Okay, that sounds cool.
It was open gym that day, so you could go to the bowling alley, or you could go swimming. Well, you couldn't go swimming, but roller skate. We had mats on folding mats, right?
Right.
And we used to make mat houses with them. And then we had the little scooters that we just like fold the mats up and then put them on the scooters under each side and race each other down across the gym. So we'd have two mats. Sometimes, what were you sitting on top of the mat? Was we were pushing it?
Yeah.
And you and some other person on the other one.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
I know, it was fun. A lot more fun than the gym classes I had in public school.
We had a track. We ran track.
Yeah.
We had shot put. We had running long jump. We had standing long jump.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had guide wires for the blind to run with.
Yeah.
On one side of the track, we were in tandem where they would hold on to our elbow and decide it, and the blind would run along with us. There was nothing that kept us back. We had, as we started progressing into the school year, we had track. Yeah, we went through that. Wrestling, candy bar wrestling, which was yummy, because the winner got Hershey's, Three Musketeers, or a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
And whatever we wrestlers didn't get, Jill was, I guess you want to call her a candy bar or cheerleader.
Yeah.
And what happened?
If I remember right, I'm thinking that something about candy bars.
Yeah, so if whatever we didn't pick or need,
Us cheerleaders would get?
yep,
Okay.
that was good for, that was what you call a very tasteful introduction to
Cheerleading.
and sports.
Yes, it was.
But there were some disappointments, I understand. The cheerleading skirts were long. And there was a year that cheerleading, you had to wear pants
Yeah.
and sweaters.
Black pants and blue sweaters.
But that's not what you're used to seeing cheerleaders wear in public school, was it?
No. I was like, really? Black pants and long sleeve blue sweaters?
But what about the skirts? How long did the skirts start out?
Well, there was a year that my skirt, cheerleading skirt, went down to my knees, which to me was kind of long.
Okay. And then your last year cheerleading, your skirt was...
But then my last year of cheerleading, which was when I was 16, my cheerleading skirt, if I remember right, was, I want to say, halfway between my knees and my,
waistline.
yeah, waistline. And I felt better about that skirt because to me that was more like a cheerleading skirt. Should be.
Okay. And I was wrestling. We both did speech.
Yeah.
We had transitional living where we went out in the public. We went shopping. We went, right?
Right.
We cooked lunch, and then we had sex suppers. We'd go shopping for groceries. Independent. It was really cool.
Yes, it was. It was really cool.
So just, that school has a lot to offer. I could go on forever and ever and ever.
So could I. The state school has a lot to offer.
It was really awesome because we never had to pay. It was the taxes that, our parents and everybody in the community paid for. The taxes went for the school. That's what paid for the dorms.
Yeah.
It paid for the food
Yeah.
and everything to keep the school going, right?
Yeah. That's correct.
And when it came to the time for the kids to go home, 4 times a year,
Yeah.
or to go out in the general public, or when the dorm people went out shopping or going out to eat, whatever.
Yeah. That's what we used to do in the weekends when we stayed in the dorm. We'd either
Right.
go out to eat or go shopping.
Transportation was available.
Yeah.
You had a van or the station wagons.
Yeah.
We never had to pay for gas. Of course, we didn't drive, but you always had your house parent driving,
Yeah.
dorm director, the teachers, everybody would take us.
Yeah.
And graduation was totally awesome.
Yeah. That was.
And the class ratio is very small. So I just thought I'd let people know. Nebraska City, Nebraska. It has the Nebraska State School. NCV. Okay, honey, you can say it because I know I just murdered it.
Nebraska Center for the Education of Children who are blind or visually impaired.
Right, and there has been a lot of changes. But the dorms are still there.
Yeah.
But I'd also like to say that school came very close to being shut down by having us merged with the school for the deaf. That was not going to happen.
No, I wasn't going to let it happen.
So We had 2 special guests come up to that school. And you gave them the tour of the dorm,
Yeah.
and I gave them the tour of the classrooms. And they actually took time and sat and ate lunch with us.
Yeah.
And who were those special people?
Bob Carey and Kay Orr.
And what were they at the time?
Governors.
Right. And we used to go up to the state capitol every year and do a music program.
Yeah. And that was cool too.
So, just basically, if you see your child is struggling, or their teacher is saying that they're falling behind in their reading, or their comprehension, or they just can't see the board, or just whatever little reasons, go have the child checked by a doctor, the eye doctor. I think go once the optometrist says, hey, your child might be lazy-eyed, or your child might be visually challenged. Like my case, I'm retinitis pigmentosa, where it's only on the boys' side. Will become be blind, and the girls are the carriers. And it skips a generation, so it skipped my son Levi, but it will pick up because Kaylee and Angel are my girls. They're the carriers. So our Joe and I's grandson will more than likely, all our grandsons will more than likely have the problem where the girls aren't. So, and as Joe's found out, getting the proper textbook size and getting yourself involved in school activities, extracurricular, and I found out the same way. It boosts your morale, your spirits.
It boosts your self-confidence.
Right?
It gets your self-confidence up higher. And you start to believe in yourself.
And then you're going to have a successful education.
Yep.
And
And with that, you'll have a successful education, and you can graduate.
And a successful life without quitting.
Yeah.
And if you decide to, like we did, a successful marriage, a successful things in general. Right?
Right.
All right. Okay, so YouTube, please click on the like, follow, subscribe, share these videos with everyone that you know of. They don't have to be blind. They don't have to be vision challenged. They can be perfect. Just let people realize we're out there. The school is there if it's needed. Right?
Right.
And canes are not dangerous. They're They're actually our eyes. So if you see somebody using the cane, drivers, please stop or be aware of that.
Or at least slow down.
Yeah. Well, when we were going through cane travel, our counselor said it was funny because we'd stop for the intersection and because there was a vehicle stopped, right?
Right.
And what did they do? They were waving us on. We can't see it.
Exactly.
That was funny.
And we were thinking, why are you waving us on? We can't see or wave. Unless we're right next to the door.
Just if you want us to continue on, just say, go ahead. Roll down your window and say, you can go ahead and cross. Right?
Right. That's what they should do. Roll down their window and holler out, you can go ahead and cross. Not just wave.
But there's another thing I want, and I think Joe wants to make perfectly clear to everybody. There is visually challenged, where we have partial vision, and there's totally blind.
Where there's no vision at all.
Right. Well, sometimes the totally blind can see light. Right?
Right.
Okay. But because the people are blind or visually challenged, you don't need to come up to them and just raise your voice and say, hey, how you doing? As loud as you can.
Right.
That gets irritating.
I know. You can talk in a normal voice.
Or the other thing that gets me, I mean, the school taught us to tolerate it, but you go into McDonald's or something and say, what is your specials? That's right there on the board. Like you can see the board.
I know. You are tempted to say, excuse me, I can't see what's on the board. Could you please tell me what is on the board?
Yep. Or you go into a restaurant, sit down. And to this day, I still make fun of the servers, and I don't mean to. But they give you a menu. And they put the menu in front of you, and
I know.
what's the comment I make there?
The comment you make is, the braille dots are wore off this menu.
Yep. Or it's not in large print. I think like restaurants, mainly in Nebraska City, should have a menu in braille or large print. Or the server could say, besides, hi, I'm such and such. For instance, like Jill is a server, she could say, hi, I'm Jill Morgan, I'm going to be your server today. Would you like to know our specials? And then you can say the specials.
Yeah. I could tell them the specials.
No, or would you just say, hi, the specials is all you can eat fish, real as loud as you can go?
No, I wouldn't say that to them. I would talk in a normal voice. I would say the specials are, and whatever the specials are.
Right.
I wouldn't yell at them. I'd just talk in a normal voice.
So. Okay. But that's just some things I thought about with starting a job. Like, if I could ever get enough money together to get a printer and a braille printer, like a Atsuki or whatever they call it, Perky. and then go through and print the menus off for these different restaurants, and then sell it to their menus to them. I don't know, depends on how much I have to put into the Braille writer, the machine, right?
Yeah.
In the paper. But if I get everything donated, right?
Right.
I would just donate the menu to the business and say, see how this goes with everybody. Or, get a printer that can do large print and print it out that way. Right?
Right.
That helped the elderly, and it would probably help the visually challenged, the blind, etc.
Yes, it would.
And I think that would probably invite more people to Nebraska City.
Exactly. It would bring a lot more people to Nebraska City.
Okay, so check out the school. 10th Street, 10th Ave. And enjoy it. I hope that these videos are going to help you and your whoever needs the services reach the services. Be free to share. That's all that matters to me. It's getting the word out. It's like my campaign. I went to the school for the blind, Nebraska School for the Visually Handicapped, and yep, I felt that the visually handicapped or challenged or blind was getting shoved in the corner. This is why I am trying to reach out to people and say, we're not the fly in the corner. We have a voice. And guess what, city government? I'm going to listen to the public. Obviously, everybody else ain't. That thinks they know it all. Right?
Right.
So, I'm going in there with the ear and the voice.
Yeah.
Where these people right now, it's all. I don't think there's any ears to them. I think it's they put plugs in their ears and they don't want to listen to nobody.
No.
So, being visually challenged and low income, I've been there. I understand all these parents that are dealing with kids that have challenges in life. And I think our coach put it the best way. Everybody has their own problems, their own challenges. Nobody's perfect. So look at yourself before you start downgrading others. Right?
Right.
And I think it was our English teacher, Mrs. McKim, or whoever, said you never stop learning even when you die. Right?
Right.
Okay. So if there's any other videos or everybody wants us to do, please visit my campaign page on Facebook at candidate for Nebraska City Mayor Timothy Morgan, or you can see all my videos on YouTube at candidate for Nebraska City Mayor Timothy Morgan, or Tim Morgan at 2703. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time. We care about y'all. What do you say about kids there?
Well, I say that kids are our future. And every kid deserves a chance at life.
To be listened to?
Yep. And every kid deserves a chance to be listened to.
Okay. If it wasn't for our kids, would we have any future?
No.
Would this town grow?
No.
Okay. And as I say, I don't care if you're mentally, physically, emotionally, you could be visually, you could be any of the challenges. We still care about you as an individual and as a family. We all can pull together as a city and we can make a difference. Right?
Right.
And I don't care what color you are, or what race you are, nationality, or what. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. That's just a name. That's just putting a title on your name, behind your name. They don't mean anything to me. Everybody's vote's secret. Who cares? That's how I look at it, everybody. Everybody has a last name. Everybody has a right to be whatever they want. I don't care if you want to vote or you don't want to vote. Sometimes I wish our kids could have a vote in what's going on, but that don't happen. But actually, dear, what would you say to parents? Would you encourage the kids to, like the parents, to make a ballot for whatever, a fake ballot, you know?
A fake ballot?
You know, let's say, you know, the president.
Yeah.
Or, or just something crazy like, put mommy and daddy down and grandma and grandpa, and who would be the winner for mother of the year, or the father of the year, grandparent.
Okay.
You know, let them vote.
Yes, let them have a say-so, all right?
Put their siblings down. Who's the sibling of the week, you know?
Okay. I didn't think about anything like that, but
It'd be fun for them.
yeah, it would be fun for kids to do.
Or vote. Do we watch TV or watch a movie? You know, go to the theater.
Yeah.
Do we watch Smurfs or Yogi Bear or...
Yeah, I see what you were saying.
One other thing that Joe and I have done with our kids and our relationship, date night. You don't have to take your kids out and spend money on them. Teach them. You can make homemade chip dip or
Yep.
watch TV, go for a walk. One-on-one.
Yep, and you don't have to spend money.
But geez, people, leave your phones at home
Exactly.
unless you're going to film your time with your kids.
Exactly.
And since we got married on the April 5th, my wife and I always do something on the 5th of every month to celebrate. We might go out to eat, or we might just stay home and spend time together.
Yeah.
But that whole day, I don't have my phone in my hand. Here's something for everybody to try. Really, really hard. And you can tell me what you think, dear.
Okay.
Let's go 1 week without any device. Your cell phones. No texting. No calling. Go for a walk with your kids. Get away from your computers. Go for it. Try it for a week. Try it for a day. It's hard. I've seen people have their phone glued to almost might as well be glued into their face. Right?
Right.
It's not safe for people walking, and it's not safe for people driving.
I know.
So try it. Let's just not use your cell phone device, your computer, etc. Or how about this, folks? When next time you go to do a shopping list, or you take notes for something, don't grab your phone. Hey, how about this, folks? Grab a pen and paper, or pencil and paper. And instead of, how about this one? How about when you go to buy groceries or something, don't pull out your debit card or anything like that. Pull out that green stuff in silver. It's called cash and change. You ask people, the younger generation, do you know what cash is? And what do you think they're going to tell you?
Younger generation?
Yeah, when you say we accept only cash, what do you think they'd say?
Well, nowadays they'd probably say, what's cash? What's silver?
What's change? Right?
Right, because nowadays people have debit cards
Or checks.
or checks.
And people don't even write checks anymore. I wonder how many people actually write checks. Right?
Right.
And actually know how to fill out a check. Makes me wonder. the old school way. Okay, well, that's it for now. Just try those things and let me know. And as Bob the Tomato says on Veggie Tales, God made you special.